everyone, it's Valerie at Stitching in the Barn, and this is a Flosstube channel about mostly stitching, cross stitch, but also sometimes I throw in other interests like quilting and knitting, and my new obsession is to learn to make project bags and scissor fobs and thread keeps and all that kind of fun stuff. So welcome. I don't know why I keep talking about that because I haven't made any of those yet, but I keep I keep bringing it up because I want to inspire myself to do so. So today is March the 1st. It's a beautiful sunny day. It's quite chilly here in Pennsylvania. My daughter is coming home for spring break today, so I'm very excited about that. So I wanted to hop on here and film a quick video because I'm going to be busy for the next couple weeks with her and having her home. So I didn't know that I'd be able to do a Flosstube so easily, but I've got quite a lot of stuff to talk about with you today. The first thing is that it being March 1st, it is the launch of the second annual Common Threaded Stitcher fun activity on Instagram. And what this is, this was launched by a group of about 7, I would say, cross-stitchers who had this idea about let's get to know each other, get to know your stitcher. So every day in March, or I don't know how many days they do it, but I think it is the full month of March, they post a prompt on Instagram and you can post your response with the hashtag Common Threaded Stitcher. And truly that's how I got to know people that I've now become friends with, because then I see them at retreats and I feel like I know them already. And Marcy, I'm looking at you. You know, they had last year, they had all kinds of things. I don't know what the prompts are going to be this year, if they're going to be different. But today, number one, it's just get to know yourself, introduce yourself. And so you can put a picture of yourself, you can just, or a picture of something, you know, whatever you feel like putting up as the visual. But then just tell a little bit about yourself so that people seeing that on their Instagram feed can get to know you. And you can follow the hashtag Common Threaded Stitcher if you want to see all the people who are posting to that. I think the people who started it are Kyle, Stephanie, this is Kyle Remaker, Stephanie at Just Keep Stitching. What am I thinking? Just Keep Stitching. Brain freeze. Cooter on a Log, Snug Harbor Crafts, Kia Bee, and Tech Guy. And I think Rika too. I don't know why she wasn't listed because anyway, I think those are a few of the people, and you can tag them so that they see what you're posting and see that you are participating, because that's fun for them. So anyway, that's what I want to say about Happy March. I don't know if you could say it's in like a lion because it's actually a bright sunny day today, but it's quite chilly, so we'll call that a lion and hope it's going out like a lamb. What should I start with? Well, the first thing I think I want to show you is I was watching Kindred Stitcher Lisa, and she is doing a pattern from old cross-country stitching magazine called Redwear, which I have, and I have it. I actually couldn't find it because it's kitted up somewhere, I think with some old Ada cloth and stuff that I was going to do it on. So I didn't pull that, but she said that Julie at Reflections Framing had asked about the companion pieces that go with it, and she couldn't find them. And I don't know if you remember my story from before, but my son had bought a car and I had to shift all the stuff in my sewing area in the barn. So that actually allowed me to find a few things that I'd been missing. Amongst those things were these 2 binders that I had from Jeremiah Junction back in the day. And I know this is dating myself. Oops. Filled with cross-country stitcher magazines, cross-country stitching it was called. And the first thing I want to show you is the cover for the one. A lot of people ask me about a piece that I did, which is over there. I'm too lazy to get up and get it. I will insert a picture. But if you're looking for that, it's in the April 2004 issue. So that's the picture of it. It's the Welcome Fractor. So I just am throwing that in there because I know a lot of people ask about that. Some other companion pieces. Let's see what we got. I think I marked some of these. This is not completely a companion piece, but it's sort of similar lines. It's stitching. And then they were going to do quilting as well. Here are some redware, homestyle redware. Oh, and those were from, sorry, stitching, those ones were from the, I think that was the April 2005 issue. Let me double check that. No, I'm wrong. It was from the February 2005 issue, the stitching one. Then I found these, which were game boards. Oh, throw this out, make it easier to see. I think this is considered a companion piece to the redware. Game boards. And that was in the August 2005 issue. And what else did I find? Oh, homestyle redware plates that are sort of an accompaniment to the whole big redware design that Lisa's doing. Those are October 2005. Lots in 2005. This is definitely a companion piece. Yellowware. I think they did a whole, just a whole series on country things that people collected. And that magazine was December of 2005. In case you're looking for these, you can go on eBay or Stash Unload or something, and maybe somebody will be offering them up. I think I'm having an allergic reaction. These are probably so dusty. Here's another one. They're just they're not dusty because they've been in this folder, but they're musty, you know what I mean? Here's homespun. Look at the back stitching on that. Actually, it's not so bad. Homespun is in October of 2006. Here's one called Stitching Room. It says, if you're blessed enough to have a stitching room, you're blessed enough. That was October 2006. That's heavy. I don't know what else is in here. See if I have any more marked. Oh, here's one that's called Knitting Room. And that is in February 2009. Also has one of the companion snowman pieces to the little snowman thing that I had done, and I'll put in a picture of mine, which says some of my best friends are flakes. Here's one for Brenda and Laura. Pin cushions. Whoops. That wasn't so good. Pin cushions. And it shows you actually here on the side, companion pieces, game boards, yellowware, and redware. So the redware pattern is February of 06, the yellowware is December of 05, and game boards was August of 05. So I hope that helps out Julie and anybody else who was interested. Here's another one of those snowmen ones. That one says, Snowmen Melt Our Hearts, and that was February of 2007. So I think that's all I've marked for you for now. It is funny to look at some of these, and you think, God, I would never stitch these now. There's so much back stitching and that kind of thing, but really, for instance, here's a good example. Here's one called Meeting Room, which is like a colonial meeting room. it's cute. It's got little motifs, you know, it's got little salt box houses and a ladder back chair and a little game board, all very fine things. You could just substitute different colors. This one doesn't have a lot of back stitching, and instead of changing colors all the time, you could just use variegated floss. I think that's really a fun way to update some of these fabulous older patterns, is to just put in fancy floss, because, you know, that was kind of unheard of in the day. I mean, it was just starting to get going, I would say. And you can get such great effect, like on a big house or something. Instead of changing colors all the time, you can, I'm getting distracted looking at the patterns. You can just do that, just use variegated floss. I'm just looking to see if there's anything else. I mean, this just gives you a typical idea of the sort of patterns that were in the day. So I thought that was quite fun to go through my little treasure trove of old patterns. Made me feel very old. I also found some of these. Do you guys remember these, any of you? Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. That's January, February of 1990. I was going to say 2090. What am I thinking? 1990. Yes. Very old I am. But that's okay. Beats the alternative. So there we have it. Lisa, I hope that helps you out. And Julie, I hope that helps you out. And anybody else who's interested, if I was too fast or held them up too fast or something, just email me or personal message me and I will give you more information. So, I won a prize from Priscilla and Chelsea, the real housewives of Cross Stitch. And I am thrilled about that. It is Little House Needleworks January and February. And I like these patterns. I've never stitched them. I always kind of look at them and you know, squirrel, as they say, and get distracted. And I never got around to starting them. But here I won it. So now I'll have to do it. I'm excited about that. Thank you very much. I also received a lot of stitchy kindness in the mail, which really warms my heart. The first thing I got was, this didn't come in the mail. This came, well, I think I'll talk about something else first. A woman named Mary had won a giveaway from me. And then, bless her heart, she decided she wanted to send me some things. So she sent me this historic handwork Scottish reproduction sampler, the Anne Hardy sampler, 1854, which I'm just thrilled with. Very Scottish looking with the peacock and the letters. And I really like this. I want to do this one. It's not too complex, but it's colorful and, you know, has all the elements that I like. So that's wonderful. Thank you so much. And then, for a laugh, she threw this in, which really cracked me up. Authentic Scottish tartans, but look at the photographs they've used for the models. I thought that was wonderful. She said just a hoot for you, and it really was. It made me laugh. I'm trying to see. This is published in 1980. So there you have it. This was all the rage in 1980. But it has some useful things. It has a, you know, alphabet chart. Very cute. Like the Scotty dog, the horse, another little dog. Like a Cairns Terrier, I think it is. Another Scotty. Very cute. It's just, and the thistle, I love thistles. But it's just, they cracked me up. The people in the front. I love this bib with the tartan insert and what she got embroidered. Oh, her initials on there. Just in case she should forget who she was. That's funny. So there we have it. Thank you so much, Mary. And with that came a beautiful card. What have I done with it? I really want to show you the card because it was one of those lovely stitching cards. Ah, here we go. these beautiful? This is the Hands Across the Sea note card, and it gives you a little pattern on the back. And this is Hannah Coates they're showing you in the front. I just love these. I save all these. And then I got a really pretty card from Faith. Made me feel very happy and springy. Isn't that pretty? And Faith heard about how I had already stitched Baby It's Cold Outside, which a lot of people are doing to honor Leanne of Lost and Floss. And since I'd already done that, I thought, well, I'm going to copy, it was Farm Girl, Michelle Rudy, who thought she would do Wintertime. And I said, I need to order that pattern, but it was on back order. Well, she sent me Wintertime, so I can do it. But she also sent me Summertime as well, and Springtime. So now I'm going to have to track down, I will track down Autumn Time and have the complete set, and I will finish them and think of you as well as Leanne. And that is just so kind, and I really appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. Then I was sent by Fat Quarter Shop. First thing was these new cloth that they are featuring, Laurie Holt. It's 25 count Lugana, and it comes in 3 colors. It's called Vintage Cloth. This is 25 count Lugana Cloud, which is a nice creamy white. I don't know if it's coming up right. It's kind of a creamy white. This one is Overcast. I like the cloud names. It's very pretty blue-gray. It looks more, that's good. It's more blue than gray, but it's very pretty. And this one is called Barley. Another good neutral. I don't usually stitch on 25 count Lugana, but this looks like a very tight weave, and so I'm kind of eager to try it out. Why not? It looks like it would be very pretty. So I'm excited about that. Thank you very much, Fat Quarter Shop. And along with that, they sent the new It's So Emma Gingham on the Go 3-piece project bag set, which I was also thrilled about. They have these nice leather tabs, and they have a gusseted bottom, so you can, here, I'll show you if I open it up. Oh, I can't. But you know what I mean, like they open up so you could sit it on your table and have your needles and your threads and your markers and everything you need in the bag, and it would sit nicely on the table, and you could just reach in and use it, which I'm really excited about those as well. So they are available on the Fat Quarter Shop, and it's called Gingham Mesh Project Bag Set. And I will link those 2 below, so if you're interested in those, you can go on the Fat Quarter Shop and check them out. I'm jumping before my haul portion because I neglected to show this last time. I had ordered from Christy Muir, who is Crosshatched Quilts, and she, by the way, she has a new Flosstube channel, which is darling, and you should go check her out. I think she's done 2 videos, and she's got great stitching and quilts, and it's a lovely channel. I love it. She makes these beautiful project bags. This is all quilted, and it's French General fabric, and look at the tag. It's a little ribbon that's a measuring tape. And it's got little scissors on the pull, and fabulous lining. It is so pretty. I love it. I feel like I want to use it like as to put my pajamas in or something. I don't know that I can, use it just to throw in my bag with all my other whips. It's such a special one. I just love it. I love French General fabric, and I just think this is beautiful. So I am thrilled with this, and thank you so much, Christy. I think you are extraordinarily talented, and you did a beautiful job. I love it. Now, I think she's making more. If you want one, you look on Instagram under Crosshatched Quilts and personal message her, or see if she's got a list going. You can get on a wait list. Many years ago, I had a friend, April, who is one of the most extraordinarily gifted stitchers I've ever met, and finishers. And she had a few health issues and had to stop, pretty much stop stitching for a while. I don't know if she's able to do it anymore. I know she could still knit and crochet, but she stopped by my local L&S and dropped off these two really cute little kits for me. One is, I don't know if it says who made these. Maybe it does if I open it up and look at the pattern. Yeah, this one is Beth Creek, and it's a little 4th of July rocket. I mean, the picture is bad. You could do, you know, red, white, and blue colors, but that was really cute. And then this other one was a heart and hand pattern, and it's darling little Amish buggy. It says clip clop. So thank you, April. That was so kind of you, and I want to see you soon. I will call you. We will get together, and that was so kind of you to think of me, and I really appreciate that. That was lovely. So touch my heart, and I hope you're doing well. So, okay, what have I been working on? Well, same old, same old. Let's see. First, I'm going to show you Forest Country Holiday, done in the Spring Green Country Sampler conversion, Prim conversion. I finished! All I had to do last time was put in the snowflakes, and I made myself sit down one day. I actually sat at the kitchen table and did it, because I think sometimes if I'm dreading stitching or I'm tense about it or something, if I sit upright and I had the radio on and I was just sitting at the kitchen table, and so okay, I've done 1, I've done 2, I've done 3. It's because you're starting and stopping each time. So I just did my little pin stitch and I just kept going and I got them all done. So I'm very pleased with myself. So he is finished, and I think he's a very handsome gentleman. So I liked doing him. Bloomtopia, my special fat quarter shop bag with accessory. I'll show you what I've done. I get confused by this because I'm confused how far along we are in the stitch along. Oh, I didn't say what this fabric was. Hang on one second. This is Brash. Picture This Plus. I think it's 36 count. I'm doing my Bloomtopia stitch along with Fat Quarter Shop, raising money for Make-A-Wish Foundation. I'm doing that on 40 count dapple. I'm just going to show you what I've done because I was watching Priscilla and Chelsea this morning, and Priscilla showed, and she's like part 5 or 6 or something. I thought, well, I guess it's okay to show. You know, what they did was they sent the patterns to the people that they asked to participate in the stitch along. We have all the patterns, and Priscilla has some stuff coming up, so she's stitching along fast. What am I trying to say? She's stitching ahead. And I think some people get upset by that because some of the patterns haven't been released. I've been trying to just show you up to what's been released, because I too am thinking, I have a lot of stuff coming up, maybe I should stitch ahead, but I'm confused. I'm not intending to show you ahead, so please don't be upset with me if I am. I'm just showing you what I have, and then I've got to get the big chart out and figure out where we're supposed to be. This is Picture This Plus 40 count dapple. I think I already said that, but here's mine. So it's coming along. It's a very cute, springy, cheerful sampler style, and I will link all the information below. I think you know how it works. Fat Quarter Shop is hosting the stitch along. They are suggesting a $15 donation, and then every 2 weeks you go on the Jolly Jabbar, which is their blog, and they release the next pattern in the whole piece. So it's fun, and you're not under any pressure to do them faster or slower. Oh, by the way, I'm looking across here, and our Christmas, which I think is a Thanksgiving cactus, is flowering again. So go figure. Crazy. Anyway, I don't know why I felt the need to jump in and share that, but I did. Hands-on design, knee-high. I've worked quite a lot on that too. What do I have? Oh, I'm nearly there. I didn't even realize I'd done that much. And this is 32 count chocolate milk. So this one I'm actually doing 2 strands, which is funny to get back to 2 strands, but it's nice, it's fine. So what do I have left? I have to do the little cupola and the weather vane on the top of the barn. I have to decide if I'm going to do an Ohio star or do it as charted, the quilt pattern up at the top. And I have to do the tops of the corn. And I went ahead and just did cross stitch for the corn. And I was thinking about, I saw that I remembered Linda Jo, Pretty Southern, had put little seed beads for her corn kernels, which I thought was really cute. And I thought about it, and I almost ordered them, and I thought, oh, I'm too lazy to do that. I'll say it louder. I'm too lazy to do that. So if I do anything, I will go over these with a few French knots. But even just leaving them as cross stitches, I think it's cute. So I'm nearly finished with that one, which is pretty exciting that I have all these things. Oh, I forgot ding ding when I finished the horse. And then my final thing I've been working on, and loving every second of it, Threadwork Primitives, Beggar's Night. I don't know what made me feel, I went in my little basket a little, very large basket of wisps, and pulled something out, and this is just what spoke to me, so I started working on this. I'm doing this on 36 Lakeside Linen Exemplar. And I'm nearly finished. There he is. So I just have a little more of the vine to do, and then he will be another bell to ring. So that's very exciting. I like him. There's a series of 4. There's Beggar Christmas and Beggar something. I forget what they're called, but it's Threadwork Primitives, and there's a series of these featuring this crow every time. So I loved him. I would be happy to finish though. Okay. I know I was going to tell you. I got these patterns that April had given me because I went to my local, one of my local stitch shops, one of my LNSs. There, I said it right for you, Stephanie. Was having a leap year event, so leap day sale. So I went over there, and April had left those patterns for me, which is really nice. But I did do a little shopping. I'll just show you a couple things that I got there. Maria Davis, 1823. Could not resist this. Maine is one of those places that is just a soul place to me. It just touches my heart. We used to go there as children every summer, and it's just a place where I feel happy and free. It's just so beautiful. And I love this. It says, "Live in peace with all men." Amen. So there's Maria Davis. I'm sorry my voice is a little scratchy. I don't like it when I have to clear my voice, though. I also got Miss Lucy Calcutt, 1825, just stitching along. Thought she was very pretty. Oops, glare. So I'll have fun with her someday. And an old Brenda Gervais that I couldn't resist, Blessings Be Thine. I thought that was so springy and pretty. And they had with it the blushing apricot trim. So I thought, well, I gotta get it. Well, the trim's there and everything. Isn't that pretty? I love how she did the bow as a 3-dimensional thing on the top. I thought that was really pretty. I also got from Kitten Stitcher a nice little package. Not showing you all of it, but I'll show you some of it. Stacy Nash Primitives, Christmas Goose Pin Keep. I just have always loved this and couldn't resist it. Christmas is coming, the goose is getting fat. Love it. And this I had never seen before. I thought this was so cool. And it, along with my Fracture obsessions, it's Barbara Anna Designs Portuguese Bird Sampler. Look at this one. Have you guys seen this before? I thought that was really fun. Barbara Anna, Portuguese bird. Very appealing and colorful. It kind of reminds me of those tiles. And of course it has this quote on which Teresa Vanette has used in her Shakespeare's Peddler pattern, but I love it. I think she used it for Jenny Bean, you know, the tell me, knowing and discerning few, where I may find a friend both firm and true, who dare stand by me when in deep distress, and then his love and friendship most express. I think that's what it says. Yes. I love that. I thought that was really fun. And it came inspected by Zero. Thank you, Zero. And, oh, from Keepsakes, I had been out there. I'd been out in Ohio in August, I think it was, when we took my daughter. It wasn't August. When was I there? September. I was there in September. And took my daughter out to, I can't remember. We'd gone out, I know, we'd gone out to house sit for my cousin, and I can't read this better. There we go. A house and dog sit for my cousin, because she had to go away. She was having a grandbaby. And while we were there, of course, we saw my daughter, and I nipped across to Keepsakes. I think this is when this happened. Anyway, I put in an order, which finally came in. And it was Val Stuff. I'm in my pumpkin patch. I don't know. They just had a little display model there as you were checking out, and he was so cute. And I guess it was September coming up to Halloween and fall. So I couldn't resist him. And so they got him for me. So I've got the whole kit to make his little body, and then I'll stab him into a paper mache pumpkin. And then they also ordered for me stocking full all through the night. This little guy. I thought he was just cute. Just a little thing. And it comes with a little piece of felt that you can embroider French knots on or something if you want a polka dot for him to pop out of. So that's my haul that I'm showing you. I have seen so many things that I think are really pretty from Market. I love all of Brenda Gervais. That goes without saying. Teresa Kogut. Oh, my daughter just texted me. She's telling me when she's going to be home soon. Teresa Kogut has beautiful things. Lila Studio, beautiful things. Hands-on Designs. I'm waiting to see. I haven't seen any Stacy Nash, but I'm not complaining anymore because I've seen Chessie and Me and Needlework Press and Paulette Stewart and Beth Twist, and I have a whole big list, I think, of things that have caught my fancy. Did I say Hands-on Design? And Heart and Hand had new Quilty Bird, which is really cute. Yes, many, many things. Oh, of course, Blackbird. I was disappointed that Blackbird wasn't yet releasing the thing they'd released at the Midwest Cross Stitchers, but I understand. I'm willing to wait. That's fine. I think they are releasing the one that's called Little Birds, and who knows what else will be there. Oh, Liz Matthews and Kathy Barrick has some darling things. I love their stuff. Summerhouse Stitchworks has pretty things. You know, I see so many things that I like. It's very hard. But fun, it's exciting. So I know you're as excited about Market as I am, I'm sure. So we're all making our lists and thinking about things and getting excited, which is great. It's a wonderful time of year. I do have coming up in March my cross-stitch bus trip. It's going to be different this year because the little shop in Reading we used to go to has closed. So we're now going to go down to the Strawberry Sampler and then go up to Lancaster and go to Hodgepodge, which I'm very excited about. I think that might even be Liz and Deb, the Country Stitchers' home turf. I think that might be their cross-stitch shop. So I should see if I can get in touch with them. Maybe they want to meet me there. But I think we're also going to go to one of my favorite quilt shops ever, the Old Country Store in Intercourse. For those of you who are not familiar with the Pennsylvania Dutch, their sense of humor, I guess it is, who knows. But there's a funny, when we were kids, we tee-heed about this endlessly. There's a town called Intercourse, there's one called Blue Ball, there's one called Bird in Hand, haha. Anyway, there's a fabulous quilt shop there, and there's also a place that has a yarn shop that I want to check out, so I'm excited. That's coming up towards the end of March. I have a giveaway winner from my squirrel pattern, which I had right here. Now I've moved stuff around, so I don't know where he went. Here he is. October Feast by Brenda Gervais. That is going to go to Susan Haywood. So Susan, get in touch with me. Give me your mailing address. I'll put my email address below. You can personally message me on Instagram, or if you don't hear back from me saying, yay, great for you or something, then contact me again. It's not pesting, it's helpful. So thank you, everybody who left comments. I love reading them. I did not comment on most of them. I just put a little heart to show you that I've read it. But that's one of the most enjoyable things. I will tell you, when I went to Just Cross Stitch, which was the LNS I went to, I have two local cross stitch shops. One is called Just Cross Stitch, and one is called the Strawberry Sampler, and I love them both. And they're both about an hour for me. I would say maybe Just Cross Stitch is a little bit closer to me, but they are wonderful shops and wonderful shopkeepers. And when I went there, I met this woman who said she liked to watch my videos, and we had a nice chat, and I truly feel that is the greatest part of doing these Flosstubes, is that I get to meet so many of you people. I mean, I'm a fairly chatty person, so we might even have struck up a conversation in the shop anyway, just standing in line waiting to check out. But just to have somebody say, oh, I watch your videos, and then immediately you've got things to talk about because you both love stitching. It is really such a wonderful, supportive community, and it's just a joy to read your comments and hear from you all. And I love it, so thank you so much. Carolyn, who is the owner of Just Cross Stitch, said she wanted to give me a present to give to you all. So while I was there, she slipped into my bag the new 2020 edition of this needle travel book. So if you are somebody who is on the road quite a bit, or you're going to be traveling this summer and you're going to be visiting some new states and you want to see if there's some needle workshops, this book is great because it goes state by state and it lists yarn, cross-stitch, needlepoint, and quilting shops. So who doesn't love those? So, here's Ohio, and you can see it's just got them all listed there. So the next time I'm there, I'm going to be taking trips, So I think somebody else would like to have one of those, and thank you, Carolyn DeLong at Just Cross Stitch in Limerick, PA. Thank you so much for donating that. And somebody is going to win that. And let's see, if you're interested in winning that book, use the word summer somehow. Like, this summer I have plans to do such and such, or I don't really have any plans this summer. That sort of a thing. Don't say giveaway. Don't say contest. Don't say prize. You must be 18. It'd be nice if you'd like and subscribe to these videos. And other than that, I wish everybody good luck. I'm just trying to think if there was something else I wanted to tell you about. I signed up to go to a couple of retreats, which I'm really excited about. I have one in July in Maryland. I have one in June, which is StitchCon out in Ohio, and I have one in April, Dying to Stitch. I'm so excited. So I have a lot of stuff coming up. It's really thrilling, and as I said, it's so much fun to get to meet people and chat about stitching. What could be better? So very excited about that. And so I will be back as soon as I can be. I imagine market will have happened by then. I might even have some market haul by then, who knows. And until then, I hope you get tons and tons of stitching done. I hope you're having a lovely, eager approach to spring, and I wish you all good things. Stay well. A note about the dreaded coronavirus. Don't panic. Stay calm. Wash your hands frequently. And, when I was working with little 3-year-olds, we used to tell them, you either sing happy birthday to yourself twice or you sing the alphabet while you wash your hands. That's as long as you're meant to wash your hands. Soap and warm water, and get under your nails and all that good stuff. And try not to touch your face at all. Your eyes, your nose, your mouth. Keep your hands away from your face. And I hope we all stay well. So in the meantime, I wish you all good things. Bye.